Let's make gluten and dairy-free guava and cream cheese pastelitos. You'll have to excuse my pronunciation if that was wrong. I'm obviously very white, so may not be there, but this is a staple here in South Florida. I have missed out on the Cuban and Puerto Rican bakeries so much, having gone gluten and dairy-free, so I'm excited to try my own version. I've already whipped up the cream cheese frosting. I have it right here, but I just used some Philadelphia plant-based cream cheese. This is my first time using this in baking, so I'm excited to try that. I just used that, powdered sugar, vanilla extract, and then I have my guava paste that will be cutting up into strips, and I'm most excited to try out this. I got this at Sprouts the other day. This is their gluten-free puff pastry. I've only ever tried Sweet Loren's puff pastry. So I'm excited to see how this stacks up. It does come frozen, which is different. I have to let this thaw for a couple minutes and then we'll get to using it, but let's get started. I do want to give a disclaimer. The ingredients of this do not contain milk, but this does say down here may contain milk. I'm assuming because it's made in a facility that has other milk ingredients or maybe like a processing conveyor belt. I have not had a reaction to this, but please keep that in mind if you have very severe dairy allergy. Same thing with tree nuts and sesames and almond. I'm allergic to all of those and I haven't had a reaction yet, but please keep that in mind for yourself. The pastry has thawed out, so I'm just using my rolling pin to spread that out a little bit thinner. Then using my pizza cutter, I'm going to cut each of these sheets into 4 squares. And now I'm adding in the cream cheese filling, being careful not to add too much as I don't want these to overfill. And now I can add on top of the filling the guava strips. I've cut them into semi-thinnish strips and then cut those in half, adding that as a layer. And now we can add the tops to our pastry. Use the fork along the border of the pastries to combine the top and bottom layers together. And then I'm going to go in with my pizza cutter and cut off the excess edges to make this a little bit prettier. And then you'll use a knife to create 3 slits at the top for ventilation. Add your egg wash, and I'm using a baking sheet that has a rack in this. When I'm using anything dairy-free, I just prefer a rack just so that if it drips down, it's not affecting the puff pastry. And we'll pop these in the oven, and this is how they came out. They look like actual puff pastries. I don't have the sugar granules that are traditional, so I'm just adding some powdered sugar on top for decoration, and let's see how they came out. Okay, so these came out so nice. The puff on these is so good. I feel like the Sweet Loren's does not puff up as much as these do. These look like actual real puff pastries. The crunch on them, it's so good. And these took about 23 minutes in the oven at 370, but I mean, they came out literally perfect. I can't wait to taste them. These taste unbelievably good. I mean, look at the layers in there. It's perfect amount of cream cheese to guava. This is definitely satisfying my craving. So happy with how these turned out.